My name is Draconicrose and welcome to a brand new series. This time we have Factory Town, a very extremely alpha version of an up-and-coming little base builder slash Factorio style game. Now, I haven't played much of it. I've only played a bit of the tutorial to see how it ran and how it played, but so far it seems like it's a very interesting thing. It kind of reminds me of Blueprint Tycoon, only, 3D and very, oh god, shifty. And I don't think I have, yeah, it doesn't look like I have anything that controls the mouse speed. So that is that. However, we do have a slight tutorial to do, and well, don't be afraid if you don't hear anything. I don't think the game has sound implemented yet, so it will be mostly me talking. I might put some music in the background, but yeah, that's a thing that happens. I mean, if you go into options, you don't even get audio options. That's how alpha this is. This is really alpha. However, it already has the very basics of a good game in it. So let's go through the tutorial. So the first thing we need to do is harvest wood. You can read this down, but I can already tell you that to harvest wood you select a worker and right click a tree, and the worker will happily harvest and bring it back to base. Base is where most of your inventory will be, so your main resource depot. So the basic thing we want to do is gather wood, and then we are going to want to build a house, and for that we need a 15 wood, which they are doing, and now we can get a house. As you can see here, left click to build it, R to rotate. So let me find a good place to put this. Yeah, it'll have to be up here, and that will be because we are going to want something in the future that will be good for it. So now it wants us to create another worker. That's fine, and you don't have to go through here. You can press B, press W, and select a worker. Put it wherever you want, and you have a worker. Okay, so we can select a worker and right click from grain to the house to tell that worker gather grain and dump it on the house. And that is what that worker will do. So next we want to build paths. So a path to make worker routes more efficient. For now, I'm going to build the path if I can properly build things. Again, very alpha, very alpha. There we go. Oh god, I'm okay. This is fine. There we go. We built one for that worker. Let's build another one for this worker. Because even though the worker is going to that tree, they're going to use the fastest slash shortest path. So for example, if this worker had to come over here, they would probably go through this path and then take a cut here. Like, the algorithm is very good on this one. Okay, so now it wants us to make a lumber mill, because lumber mills accept wood and produce planks, which you need for other buildings. You'll also need to collect some stone into your base to construct this building. Production buildings also require spare population capacity, so build another house if you're a max population. Okay, so first things first, we are going to need to get some stone going. And so we are going to do that and create a path. Can't you? Yeah, you can. There we go. So you can see how the paths are selected. Like, for example, here, the white transparent line is the path the worker would take. I really like that. Okay, so now we are collecting stone. Still don't have enough for the lumber mill. We can speed it up, I think. Maybe not in this one. No, I thought we could speed it up, but now we have enough for that lumber mill. I'm going to build the lumber mill like right here. And now we have to select a worker and right click on the tree, drag it to the lumber mill. This worker, as far as I know, will continue to bring wood where it's needed. If it's needed in the lumber mill, they will drop in the lumber mill. If not, they'll come bring it back to base. So now we want to right click the planks and drag it to the base. And yes, I'm just gonna make that worker do the thing. Okay, so this one automatically went to another tree when this one got used up. So that's great. I wasn't sure if that would happen. Now we want to upgrade this house. So select the house, select upgrade, it's been upgraded. Bring a plank to the house. Right click and drag from the lumber mill. Okay. Right click and drag from the lumber mill. Guess not. Yes? Ah, okay. There we go. The house needs these supplies to be upgraded and work correctly. Markets will automatically distribute goods to nearby houses, much more efficient than delivering goods to individual houses. So basically, you want to go to building, you want to build a market, and you want to find like a somewhat centralized spot for it. However, remember, both houses and the market require a free 3x3, so around here there won't be any houses. I can possibly put it here. There we go. So that's where it will be. And I will want to make a footpath from the market over to there. And from here over to here, here. Cannot afford, oh, okay. What does the footpath take? It takes wood, normal wood. So, here's a question. This worker isn't working on just wood anymore. Oh god, this is terrible. So if I just right click that tree, actually come here. Yep. Come here. Good worker. Now I right click the tree. What does he do? Grabbed one, took it to the lumber mill. Okay. I'm gonna need more workers doing stuff and things for the... You gather grain, but take it where it's needed. Great. So now I have 2 workers taking care of planks. However, they're making everything go into the lumber mill. Okay, so what we actually want... Well, the inventory here is not almost full, it kinda... 2? What does this mean? Oh yeah, because you need extra population to make it work faster. That's okay. You can have 1. We'll grab this one and tell it to bring wood to the main base, because we actually need normal wood to keep our stuff stocked. Okay, so let's complete this path here, right? And we are going to need a grain mill. Now a grain mill, I maybe want it to be Like over here where all this grain is? Because that one worker is going to eventually deplete that grain. So, let's see then. Grain mill. We have everything we need. And we can put it right over here. Right? And now we can exit that. Build a footpath over here. Oh, that's not a good place to build. Remove. Yep, like I said, very alpha game. Very, very alpha game. Does that mean this will be removed eventually? Well, I don't know, but we should have enough to complete it here. That is fine. Now I want this worker. Oh, okay, they're taking the grain wherever. So the grain mill should make flour, and we need a worker to get that flour going. So can you? All right. So that worker should be good enough to keep the flour train moving. Now this one is taking all of the planks to the base, and that's not what we want. We actually, if I could select them, that would be fantastic. There we go. Okay, so this should be able to bring planks to the... I don't know what these buttons mean actually. But this one seems to mean exit. What does this mean? Idle. Deliver grain from market to nearest. Supply market with all. There we go. So this is what we want. We want someone to supply the market with everything. Well, this deliver all from lumber mill to nearest. Okay. So we need another worker. Yeah, this does to nearest. We need another worker then. I'm going to get like need another house. Okay. Fine. House. Put it somewhere nice. And upgrade it immediately. And get a worker that will... Do you mean occupied? Oh, there we go. That will supply market with all. Think? Maybe? Not entirely sure how this works. Well, they can do the lumber, but they're not doing the all. That's odd, I think. Okay, then you supply the market with lumber. You please gather grain. And you supply the market with food. I think that will work. Like I said, it has the basics for a decent game, but things like that are not very explicit. However, I am going in blind. I have been staying away as much as possible from the Discord, the Factory Town Discord, and any kind of gameplay helps and tips and tricks, and just going to the tutorial. And I didn't get this far, so build a workshop. The workshop lets you craft units and structures that can greatly automate your village. Okay, that sounds interesting. So we need more gold produced by houses and market, required for many player actions. So we just have to wait a little bit. And there we go. We can now build a workshop. Still requires that empty 3x3, and I'm pretty sure that's a placeholder model. Because I mean, look at it. These are the same model. Anyway, build barn. Barns act as communal storage. Any items you bring to a barn are usable for player actions. So what makes that different from the base? I wonder. Oh, so here's the things you can build. Cloth conveyor belt. Interesting. Cloth, stuff and things. But okay, let's then build the barn as the thing wants us to. And we need more gold. Where will we build that barn? I mean, around here seems... Not that I can build it there. Can also come here and footpath and remove. I think that does remove, and it just leaves a little bit of a ghost sand thingy. Wagon can quickly carry multiple items between buildings, especially on roads, but cannot harvest natural resources. Interesting, interesting. So, still don't have enough money for that barn. And I know putting it here, probably not the best of ideas, but we're just following the tutorial. And actually, I have now noticed that we are out of time for this one. I'll let it run a little bit, get a little bit more gold, and next episode we shall continue the tutorial. But until then, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, check out my Patreon, and remember, here, there be dragons. Thank you so much to my patrons for making this channel possible. Click the Patreon logo to become one of these fine folk, and if you enjoyed the video, here are some more YouTube things you would like. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.